morning, ladies and gentlemen, David here, and welcome back to another Atlus news video. Before I say anything else, as always, y'all can always count on me to be clear when nothing is confirmed. And when I'm talking about a rumor, everything that is going to be discussed in today's video is rumor / speculation, so take everything with a grain of salt, please. That being said, it's interesting stuff, so we'll talk about that for sure. Persona 4 Remake reveal June 8th, 2025 during the Xbox Gamesshowcase. Before we look into the rumor itself, Microsoft and Xbox, alongside Jeff Keighley, confirmed that, Summer Games Fest is happening June 6th. So the Summer Games Fest Game Showcase, the Jeff Keighley thing, that's going to be on Friday, June 6th. Microsoft is going to do their own stream and show with the Xbox Game Showcase on Sunday. I'll be streaming both, by the way. There shouldn't be any problem for me to stream both of these events, which is freaking cool, right? Awesome. Exciting stuff. And y'all could count on your favorite dumbass with actual expectations to be excited. Persona 4 Remake reveal in June. I talked about that. I said that is a certain that's definitely a possibility before we even got rumors or anything. After the website domain was registered and everything, I won't go over all the news again. Check out my previous videos about the subject if you want to. But it's to be expected that Persona 4 is going to get a remake. I mean, at this point, it's getting harder every single day to say that, hey, P4 Remake is going to happen after P6 because everyone's talking about P4 Remake, and there's industry chatter about Persona 4 Remake, and there isn't much going on with Persona 6. So unfortunately, that's my opinion, right? Some people might be more excited for P4 RE than P6. When it comes to me, I'm ready to move on to Persona 6. Like, come on. But I'm going to play a Persona 4 Remake, and yes, I'm excited about a Persona 4 Remake. Why the hell would Atlus announce this at a Xbox show? I'm hearing y'all say that. Well, if you don't know, Atlus has been in a marketing partnership with Microsoft for some of their games, right? If you look at recent titles, look at last year, 2024. Metaphor ReFantazio and Persona 3 Reload, out of the 4 games that Atlus released last year, those 2, there were a deal with Microsoft and Atlus, a marketing deal where Microsoft is the company who is going to share news and new reveals, and they're going to have the marketing rights to these games. That's why when you saw coverage from me about Metaphor before the game came out, for example, when I played it in New York for the preview event in August of last year, I played that on an Xbox, and the gameplay footage that I was showing was on Xbox. That is because of the marketing deal. That's why in the trailers you always saw the Xbox logo before the other logos, right? SMT5 Vengeance and Unicorn Overlord, those are 2 titles that are not part of that marketing deal, right? So is Persona 4 Remake going to be part of that marketing deal? Possibly. We don't know. We don't know if there's still a deal with Microsoft and Atlus. Don't take that for granted. I saw some people tell me, David, you're forgetting that there's a deal. We don't know to what extent that deal is. We don't know if it's still the case for Persona 4 and Persona 6. Does it make sense for Persona 4 Remake to be part of that deal with Xbox? So therefore, for us to get the remake reveal at the Xbox Game Showcase on June 8th, 1000%. They had Persona 3 Reload. Persona 4 Remake looks more like Persona 3 Reload than SMT5 Vengeance and Unicorn Overlord. Xbox is looking for popular Japanese IPs for their marketing deals. An SMT5 Vengeance marketing deal wouldn't do much for them. A Persona 4 Remake deal makes more sense. So it makes a ton of sense for us to get the remake revealed during that weekend, whether during the Xbox Game Showcase or the Summer Games Fest day. Obviously, I think the Xbox Game Showcase on June 8th makes more sense. And now we're going to talk about the rumor. The rumor comes from a source that I looked into, a source that I have not heard of before. I'm not sure how they pronounce their handle here, but it's at EXTAS1STV, EXTAS1STV. Not too sure. Spanish-speaking person. They have some sort of link with Insider Gaming, which is a group of journalists that I reported on before. I know they have a decent track record. When it comes to this person specifically, I don't really know. Let's look at what they had to say, though. So as always, my sources are in the video description, so if you want to read that thread for yourself, you can do so, but here it is. This is the account, the person themselves tweeting June 8th at hashtag Xbox Game Showcase. Let's call them Exta, okay? Exta claims Persona 4 Remake will launch on Xbox Game Pass day one. Exta said in a YouTube video a few days ago that he heard the rumored Persona 4 Remake will be released on Xbox Game Pass day one, just like Persona 3 Reload and Persona 5 Tactica before it. And of course, that was then reported by Xbox Era, it was reported by Insider Gaming and everything. So people are talking about that. Again, the reliability of this person, they leaked some interesting details that we recently got confirmed with the Nintendo Switch 2, the fact that it's a June launch and everything. But from what I've heard, they have a really hit and miss track record, right? So don't think too much of the rumor itself, just use your logic. And as I said, with logic, it's very possible that what they're saying is going to be true. I think it's definitely possible. I would not be shocked at all to see Persona 4 Remake during the Xbox Game Showcase. And again, they confirmed that the Xbox Game Showcase is June 8th yesterday, and late yesterday, we got a confirmation from Exta here saying that the remake is going to be there. All of that with the website domain that was registered a few months back that Faz found out about a few weeks ago. If you look at the timing between us finding about the website domain and the official reveal for Persona 3 Reload, and you put that into perspective here with P4 Remake, it gives us June, or more or less a reveal in June. So I think there's a lot of smoke, there's a lot of fog. See what I did there? So I think it's really possible that we're gonna see the remake here, and it feels so weird because this thing right here, that's a new game in my mind. That it's still a new game. It's still a recent title. It's still something that is recent. Hell, freaking Atlus dropped a demo this week for Persona 3 Reload. It's strange stuff, for sure. Are you guys excited? I mean, I'm excited. It's a new Atlus reveal. It's something new from Atlus, and I'm a big fan of Persona 4. I loved what they gave us with Persona 3 Reload, and I prefer P4 over P3. So, man, I'm here for it. But at the end of the day, y'all, the one thing that keeps coming back is 6. Persona 6. Where is Persona 6? That's where I'm at. That is where I'm at, y'all. I mean, I'm ready. I am looking for the color green. I am looking for Persona 6. I don't know why it's taking so long. And whenever I talk to someone about P6, I'm like, how is it so long? P5 took so long because, and that reason is coming from Atlus themselves. Atlus is the source here. P5 took so long because they were struggling with HD game development, right? Moving from P4, which was standard definition on PlayStation 2, to P5 in full HD on PlayStation 3, it took so long because of HD development. But we've been waiting for Persona 6 for longer. The gap between P5 and P6 is longer than what we have between P4 and P5. I know they're cooking. I know when we see it, we're gonna freak out. I know when we play it, it's gonna be peak. I don't doubt that. But why is it taking so long? I don't know. Enough rambling for me today. Thank y'all for watching today's video. And once again, don't be a dumbass with actual expectations. Stay careful. This is all rumor territory. Makes sense, regardless. Have a good day, y'all. Thanks for watching.